Hi everybody, all my followers, be welcome to another video. So I just finished doing a Patreon only on the M5 mainly, a little bit on the TT, nothing special there, just a little bit of info. Well, pretty much the same on the M5. A Patreon only video. Well, that doesn't really matter. So anyway, the video today is on this 2011 Ford KA. This is a limited edition, so with the white stripes, etc. So what's the issue with this thing? Let me show you what's the issue with this thing. So I'm not sure which engine is on this. I probably should check it first. Okay, and here it is, the Grand Prix 1.42, so the 1.2 petrol, 70 or 68 brake horsepower. Okay, so apparently this thing has a slight misfire, as I was told. So let's gonna start. I haven't started this thing for the last, I've done the Peugeot 3008 and then other things. This is about, I haven't started this thing for about 4 days now, maybe. So let's gonna try to start this and see what it does. I don't feel any misfiring. Oh no, he's actually doing something. Hold on. He's doing something. Let me open the bonnet. Now that the idling is lowering, I can feel something, kind of a puffing from the exhaust. That's broken in there. Jesus. Let's see if I can hold this somehow here. Yeah, that will hold. He's definitely, he's every now and then he puffs a little bit, as if he's missing. Let's see if we can. Definitely something. But I don't know if he's a misfiring. I'm actually not sure if this is a misfiring. Right, let me just put the corner down again. Let's move the car to the front of the garage, because I have room in there now. The black Seat's still there, but it's pushed back a little bit, so I should have room now. Actually, that one is about to go very shortly, hopefully. There's a little bit more updates on the video I've just done for Patreon about it, so just check it out. So let's gonna move this to the front of the garage and have a better look. Okay, so now that the idling came down to where it should be, yeah, he's doing something. So the Seat, I pushed it back. The Seat should be going soon, as I said. More on that on Patreon. So let me see if I can show you. I do kind of agree that it might be a misfiring, but it doesn't sound like a bad misfiring. Something really weird. Let me open this bonnet again. I think we're gonna plug in the Maxi-Sys and see if we have any misfiring data. don't know, it is a misfiring. Not really sure. It's gonna plug in the maxi sys and see if that tells us anything. Okay, let's see if there is any codes to start with, and also see if live data help us. Jesus, that's straight in there. Right, let's see what the live data tell us. So we do have a P0203-12 double.08 injector circuit open cylinder 3. So let's gonna go to my live data, see if that confirms our cylinder 3. Please show me some injectors live data, please. Please. Please, 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 please. Damn it. There's nothing for the injectors, isn't it? Nothing. Really? Live data is crap. So let me just quick see. I don't think it will be anything there. Right, let's just hold a second. Okay, let's see if there's anything under OBD protocols. It will be great if we do have something different here. So the short field trim is terrible, obviously. I'm not gonna even focus on that at all. Nah, nothing either. I didn't thought you would have anything for that, but I'm surprised how it is on a closed loop with a cylinder misfiring. Yeah, so obviously it is the same stuff. I'm not gonna clear these codes just yet. Doesn't really matter. Here's this thing. Yeah, there's nothing else we can really do. He's missing. He's definitely, you can definitely feel it missing now. It's just for the thing is. So guys, unfortunately we don't have live data that really show us what the cylinders are doing. So we have a misfiring for cylinder number 3, injector number 3. I'm gonna hope that injector number 3 is the position and not firing order. So 1, 2, 3, 4, or 1, 2, 3, 4. Usually French cars, they are 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm gonna hope that this is 1, 2, 3, 4. This is a Fiat engine, and yeah, right. Let's gonna get our hands dirty. Yeah, a little bit dirty already, but that's gonna get them even worse. Okay, air filter box removed. It's not a lot of light here, but first things first. Quick visual inspection. Nothing stands out. Nothing out of the ordinary. There is a bolt missing here, but that we can just put one later on. Now the first thing I got was the injectors diagram, as you can see here. It's a quite simple system, so there is one pin which is 12 volts, that is obviously common to every single injector, which is pin number 1. That goes on a plug here, which I'll show you where it is in a second, and then from there pin 3 goes straight into the engine fuse box, pin 62 somewhere in there, and that's F22 15 amps. Obviously we're not going to have an issue here, most likely, because otherwise we'd have other injectors failing, unless we have a problem somewhere here on this junction, which hopefully is not there on this splice. And then the other ones from the same plug, these pin numbers, everything goes into the engine ECU, those pins in there, on a 64 pin plug, which I believe they are both 64 pins, I think, so not really sure which one it goes on to, but you can figure it out here quite quickly. So that's the loom for the injectors here. This is the plug halfway through. Let me see if I can pull it out here. So this is the plug I was talking about, which is this plug here. Okay, and then goes onto this plug, so it's going to be this one here. I'm going to measure this most likely at that plug in there, maybe on the engine ECU, doesn't really matter. We're going to measure the injectors, see if there's anything that stands out. Okay, so let's gonna put the multimeter here somewhere where you guys can see it. Maybe it's something like so. And now I'm gonna put this on pin 3, which is the middle pin. And just to confirm that this pin actually goes to the fuse, is the common one. Oh, I'm doing silly now. Need to put it here to make sure pin 3 is actually the 12 volts, which should come to pin 22, to fuse 22. There is. So indeed, the middle pin is going to be my common 12 volts to all the injectors, and then the ECU grounds the injector in order to open the injector. If we do this, and now let's gonna check the resistance of every single one injector. So they should be around above 10 ohms each one. I'm not sure what the resistance on this particular injector should be, but we have 15.6. Let me put it a little bit like that. Okay, so 15.5.6 on the first one. Then pin number 2, that's gonna be injector number 2. Whoa, that's a little bit lower. That is not a very good injector. Number 3. Oh, that's even lower. 7.2, 7.3. And number 4, 15.5. So I would say 1 and 4 are the ones that good. Number 2 at 8.2 is probably not triggering a fault yet, but soon will. And number 3 is the one that is probably, yes, 100% giving us an issue. It looks like it's not one injector, it looks like it's going to need 2 injectors. That's it, there's not a lot else to do. So I'm going to try to see how hard it is to pull these injectors out. Looks like it's not very difficult. There is a Torx screw in there, one in there, and I should be able to pull everything out, including, I'll have to take the rail, the fuel line at the end, and I should be able to pull all the rail with the injectors attached all at once. So yeah, that's gonna do it. It really looks like an injector, specially based on the resistance you guys have seen. If they were all measuring the same, then I would start to think about wiring and all that stuff. We will check that anyway. Obviously from here to the injectors most likely is going to be good. It's just a run here. We can check this little run from this plug to here. I don't think that would be an issue, but we can double check that as well, which we'll do actually now on camera. So that's going to be, so pins, it's like this way, isn't it? Spin. So pin 1 is going to be this pin here. Pin 1 goes to B50. So 4950, 0.2 ohms, spot on. Can do it wiggly, nothing wrong. So injector number 2, it's going to go to B34. Where's B34? So 1732, 32. $32, 34, I think. Am I correct? Yes. So 34, wiggly, nothing wrong. 49, injected 3. So 49 is going to be that one in there. No, I'm measuring it wrong. No, 49. No, 49 is this one here. Yep, there we go. 9, and the last one is gonna be B33. B33, I think is that one. Yep, there we go. So all good, guys. So it's just a small run here. It's not touching anything. It would be a very bad sign if this wiring was bad, which we just confirmed it is not bad. So we're gonna pull these rail out with the injectors and have a better look, but it really looks like bad injectors. Okay, so I pulled the rail up and it looks like we're not gonna even need to, let me try to place the phone here. Should place the phone before, but okay, so it's pulled out and it looks like I'm not gonna need to disconnect the fuel line, which is good. So here they are, the injectors, 1, 2, 3, 4. So number 3 or number 2, well, either if it's 1, 2, 3 or 1, 2, 3. These two middle ones, if you remember, they are really low on the resistance. Let me just pull these out, this plug. So I'm checking both plugs just in case. So the wiring looks good, this looks good. Just gonna quickly measure still from here. So injector 3. I don't know which one is pin 1 or pin 2, but doesn't really matter. Just put it like that. And we're gonna measure, so that's number 3. It's not that one, so it's that one in there. There we go, 0.8 ohms. Don't know if you can see on the screen. 0.8, which is good. Let's check this one as well. .4. Check the other one, the other pin against pin 3 here. 0.4. Let's check the other one as well. What's the other one? It's a little bit higher on this one. Don't know why. Just a poor contact. That's it. 0.2. Let's check the common 12 volts. That goes to everything. Yeah, 0.3, 0.2. That's it. So I don't think this will be a wiring problem at all. So all I'm gonna do, guys, is we're not gonna mess with this. I'm just gonna order. Just gonna get hold of some injectors. Tell the guy I have some injectors somewhere, but I don't think they are the right ones for this. Let me have a look. Look at this. Are they the same? They really look the same. They definitely look the same. I don't know where I got these from, to be fair with you. The spray pattern looks like is different or the same. Not really sure. Let me see the resistance on this injector just in case, if I should try or not. And I should have more injectors somewhere, don't know. There you go, 14.8. Don't know, shall I try them or not? I don't know. They look exactly the same, to be fair with you, but I'm not sure if the flow is going to be the same, isn't it? And there is no part numbers on this thing. Oh, there is. There's a part number here. Let me see if I have any other injectors. Okay, I'm not going to use the injector one. I only have one injector. I don't know where I got this from, to be fair with you. It was on a box in there that I can't remember the last time I've been on that box. But anyway, first of all, the injector is I only have one, and as you can see, we need. I know only one is giving a fault, but I will replace the other one because it looks like the other one is on his way out. And second, as you can see, the pattern. First, I don't even know the flow rate on these injectors, so the one I have might be different. But as you can see, right there in the middle, this injector has like 6 or 7 holes, whatever. And as you're going to see, the one I have, the spray pattern is different. You see, only has 2 holes in the middle. So what I'm going to do, I'm not going to do it just in case if it causes any troubles. So what we're going to do, probably it didn't, but I'm not going to risk it. But on top of that, I only have one injector anyway. I should have a rail from an Honda, I think, somewhere, that the guy didn't want to. There was an issue with the pressure regulator, I think. This was years ago, and I bought actually a rail with everything, and the guy didn't want it back, but I don't know where that rail is, and I don't even know if the injectors will be the same either. So anyway, we're going to get some injectors for this. I'll speak to the owner, see if he brings me the injectors, or he wanted me to buy new injectors, and then we'll see if that fixes the problem. So today is Sunday. I guess I'm going to see you somewhere Wednesday, because I'm working Monday and Tuesday. So see you on the next clip. Okay, and the injectors arrived today, just a minute ago, so we are going to carry on working on this. Okay, so these are not genuine injectors. They are brand new injectors, but they are like sort of, I don't know if they are aftermarket or whatever. But I rang my local car parts and they asked me for 170 quid per injector, which I thought it is a little bit too much. So we got these ones. Okay, out of curiosity, I'm gonna measure them before we put them in. And these injectors, they costed about 20 quid or 25 quid each. Just gonna put the multimeter here so you can see. Now come on, just like so. Can you see the screen? Yes, you can. And we're just gonna measure these injectors out of curiosity. There we go. 15 ohms. That's way better. There we go. 14.5. That's way better. So what we're gonna do now is we are gonna pull the old injectors out. It is not rocket science. There is a little bit of a plastic tab that you need, a metal sort of clip that you need to push. In this case, is pushed down. Actually, see if I can do this with that. So where's the middle? Where's the middle injectors? So what we're gonna do, if I recall correctly, it was number 2 and number 3 that were the bad ones. So let me put this paper underneath, because obviously we're gonna use some fuel when I take these off. Just put it down there. So we need to push. I don't know if you can see what I'm doing. Probably cannot. But I will put the phone elsewhere where you can see something. There we go. That's better. So we need to push this tab down and when you push this tab down, oh, no, I did something wrong. So I should be able to grab it on this side. There we go. There we go. The tab is out. And now the injector will pull out. Before we do that, we're gonna put a tiny bit of oil on the ring, on the rubber seal of this one, so it slides in okay on that one. So it'll be like that, like so. That's it. Put it here on the side, ready to go in. Now, should be able to pull this out. Now we can push this one in. There we go. There we go, two injector in. Now we just need to slide the clip back in, and then we'll do the same on number 2. Put it like so. Okay, so you need to pull it up a little bit until you see this groove there, otherwise I pushed it too much when I initially. So that goes around there, and this pushes in there, and that's it. Like so. So now we're going to do number 2, and then just put everything back on. Okay, so everything's in place, including the coils, the coil pack. I might just put the air filter in their box as well, and connect all those pipes, because that can influence a little bit things. We'll put everything, but in the meantime we're gonna scan the car and clear the codes. If you remember, was a permanent code in there for the injector number 3, so we're gonna clear that out before we even try to start it up. Okay, so let's gonna go to diagnosis. Let's gonna go straight to control unit. PCM, read codes, open circuit. It is interesting that it says open circuit when, if you guys remember, the actually resistance was low, which is a little bit weird, but doesn't really matter. Let's gonna erase these codes. Read the codes again. No faults detected. We come back. Let's cycle this ignition. And in the meantime, I already put the airbox back in, so we're gonna start this thing. And is running like crap. It's really running bad. Running poorly? Yeah, it is. So yeah, so it's going to be something else wrong with this thing, which at the moment is going to be a tricky one. So something else is still wrong, and the live date on this thing, so no faults. Live date is not going to show me anything. we already been there, and the live data is really poorly. Right, so either that fault code was a false fault code, but the injector measurements showed a problem with it, or we have more than one issue. The live date on this thing is absolutely crap. Oh, damn it. Okay guys, that was my bad, so much my bad. So when I went to double check everything I've done, all the mistakes, and basically I pushed one of the plugs on top of the spark plugs. I didn't put actually on top of the spark plug, went between the spark plug and the hole where the spark plug goes, so it was not even connecting one of the spark plugs. It is interesting though that was not throwing any faults. That's quite interesting, to be fair with you. How the heck it was that we had that and the car didn't detect a misfiring. And I've only noticed because I was going with my hands on top of the cables at the back, and number two, I felt sparking on my hand, and I thought, oh, that's weird, why is sparking into my hand and not straight into the spark plug? That's when I realized the mistake. So I put that back on now. Come on, just make sure I have no cuts, because I was here tried to, yeah, nah, no faults detected, which is still good. So the engine is now running pretty smooth, to be fair with you. Look at that. It's running really smooth. As you can see. So I'm happy with this, and I think we have a fix. It's running really smooth. I don't even need to go for a drive because, as I said, and if we check in there as well, it looks okay to me. There's no misfirings at all. Rev's okay. I don't see nothing wrong with it. So in the end, guys, it was just a bad injector and a second injector ready close to go as well. So we replaced the two middle injectors, as you've seen, number 2 and number 3, and the car is running fine. It's quite hot today. So what to say, guys, I will just take maybe this opportunity to tell you that this is going to be the last video you're going to see for, obviously you don't know anyway, but I will just tell you, this is going to be the last video I'm going to do for this month, August 2023. Today is the 10th of August, because I'm working tonight. 12 hours. I will leave at 7 o'clock in the morning. We'll have a few hours sleep, and then I'm back home to Portugal on holidays for well, until the end of the month, really. So the next video you're going to see is going to be September, yeah, I'm really excited to go back home. We'll be going from here to Portsmouth, get the ferry all the way down to Spain, Santander, and then from Santander to home is about 6.5 hours drive, somewhere around there. And that's it. Everything is ready. Everything is ready to go. If you follow me on Patreon, you know exactly what we've been doing on the M5, etc. And that's it, guys. So for this car, in the end, well, one bad injector, we replaced two, just to be safe. And that's it. Problem solved. So with no further ado, guys, hope you enjoyed the video. Hope you learned something. You know, I definitely messed up putting those cables on the spark plugs. But hope you learned something. If you do still have any questions, any comments, guys, you know exactly how it works. Just put them below. And like always, thanks for watching.